Have you ever been really excited about that new car you bought, but got stuck in traffic for hours on end? And then any event you took it to sucked because there wasn't parking? So you ended up walking 30 minutes because you didn't want to pay $20 for parking? And then your car breaks down, so you have to spend more money on repairs? And then the price of gas triples, and then you have to spend even more money? So you thought you'd pull out your crappy old bike that you used to ride and then realized that it was extremely hard to pedal uphill, so you were stuck with your money pit of a car? Did you ever wonder if there was something better? Well, look no further. Hi, my name is Eli, and I'm the founder of Cycle City, a company based out of Salt Lake that specializes in making revolutionary e-bikes that will change the way you and your loved ones get around town. Since I got rid of my car and I've only used my e-bike, I've learned how beneficial it has been for me in terms of my health, my finances, and it's one of the most fun things I do. I'm going to take you on a journey that demonstrates the issue with cars, how Cycle City offers a fun alternative, and why we have a leg up on other e-bike competitors. First things first, what's so bad about my car, you may ask? Well, aside from that story that I told, which I'm sure we can all relate to in one way or another, they have a detrimental effect on the planet. According to worldcounts.com, 67 million cars are produced each year. That number is expected to double by 2030 and could quadruple by 2035. Each of those cars produce an average of 4.6 metric tons of carbon dioxide per year. We also need to take into account the amount of emissions produced in manufacturing a car, which can be up to 35 metric tons, depending on the car. This is true for electric and gas-powered vehicles. As we've already filled the Earth with more CO2 than ever before in human history at 414 parts per million, according to climate.gov, it is clear that this is not a sustainable transportation system. We've all seen and breathed the disgusting Salt Lake City air that continually poisons us. As a native Salt Laker, the cleanest I've ever seen the air was in March 2020, when COVID hit and nobody was driving. This didn't last long though, as later in the year we had reached the 5th worst air quality in the world, according to IQ Air. Brigham Young researchers have found that Utah air pollution reduces the average resident's lifespan by anywhere from 1 to 3.5 years. That number is only going to increase as air quality gets worse and worse over the coming years. So what does Cycle City have to do with any of this? Well, Cycle City offers a refreshing alternative to cars that alleviates the hassle of gas, parking, registration, traffic, speeding tickets, pollution, and economic despair. We manufacture pedal assist electric bikes that act as a replacement for cars. Our bikes are street legal and classified as a regular bike, therefore do not need to be registered. It operates the same way as a traditional bike, only ours go 30 miles per hour, whereas traditional bikes go around 12. Biking through the city has never been more leisurable. You can avoid traffic, look cool, save the planet, and get to all your favorite spots quickly on a Cycle City e-bike. One huge advantage is parking. We have a lot of customers that are students at the University of Utah, and based on the feedback we've heard, they save massive amounts of time getting to and from school. The biggest reason for this is because they can lock their bike up straight at the building entrance, whereas with a car, they have to park, which first of all costs a few $100 a year, and then walk another 20 minutes to and from their car. So aside from saving a lot of money on car payments and gas, it's also much more convenient for them. One of the most common issues that bike riders run into is getting flat tires. To prevent this problem, we've partnered with Tannis Armor, a company that produces heavy-duty foam inserts that go in between the tire tube and the tire itself. What this does, when a thorn comes and pierces the tube, it doesn't hit the tube. When it pierces the tire, it doesn't hit the tube. That way, you don't get any flat tires and you don't ruin your day. These come standard on every Cycle City bike. By now you're probably thinking, where do I sign? Well, slow down. Let me tell you about the e-bike industry. With gas prices at an all-time high and transportation alternatives becoming more and more common, there has never been a better time to invest in an industry that is just beginning to blossom. In 2019, the electric bike global market was estimated to be around $14.4 billion. This is expected to grow to $25.9 billion by 2025. However, with the recent surge in gas prices, we expect this number to grow even higher. More and more people are looking for any reason not to drive their car, and this is precisely why e-bikes are becoming more viable options. Rise Bikes tells us that the first e-bike came out in 1895. However, it's only been in the last decade or so that we've seen e-bikes take off in an extraordinary way. We believe that with our high-quality materials, cutting-edge design and innovation, along with our partnership with Tannis, we can truly make waves in this new market. In closing, we've seen the devastating effects that cars have. They litter our cities and roads, poison our air, and cost way too much money. Cycle City is an up-and-coming alternative positioned to take over an already rapidly growing industry. Are you ready for a transportation revolution? Are you ready to breathe fresh air? Let's make it happen at Cycle City. Thank you.